Hello viewers, welcome back. In this session, we are going to discuss about grid view with the help of base adapter. Now we will see what are the different properties or the attributes of the grid view. A grid view is a view group that displays its children or items in a two-dimensional scrollable grid. The grid items are automatically inserted into this particular grid view using the base adapter. So the basic attributes available for us, apart from the layout width and layout height, we have column width, where it is going to specify the fixed width for each column. Horizontal spacing is nothing but a space between the columns. This one, two columns, space. Vertical spacing, the space between the rows, two rows. Gravity, where alignment, we already discussed this inside our linear layout. Stretch mode defines how columns should stretch to fill the available empty space. The number of columns is going to define how many number of columns it should display. And this is how I'm going to take a small example with the images, just like in our gallery. And the moment when the user click on the image, it should show the image in a detailed page. Now open your Android project, Android Studio, go to File, New Project, select Empty Activity, click on Next. Create a project called Grid Demo, click on Finish button. It will take few seconds to load the project. The Gradle build is running. Project has built successfully. The first and foremost thing, go to your layout file, change your parent from constraint layout to linear layout, add an element for the grid view, that is grid view. The basic default properties, layout width and height, which is required mandate. Layout width, match parent, and height is also match. Layout, okay, sorry, layout height already I have given, so I should give layout width. Width match parent, height is also match parent. Visibility, change the height to wrap content because we are going to scroll. So here it is showing in a list format only, but this should be in a grid format. Now the number of columns, num columns. So you can give hard code the values like 2 columns, 3 columns like this. When you give 2 columns, it's going to look like this. You say 3 columns, it looks like this. So even though this is fine, but if you give 4 columns, how does it looks like? So stretched, completely stretched, right? So maybe in high resolution devices, these 4 columns might be good, but when small resolution and small scale density devices, it would be a problem. It is always a good practice to put auto fit. So automatically, according to the screen size and the resolution or the density, automatically it will give the number of columns. Provide an ID for this grid. So simply I'm taking that as a grid view only, grid underscore view. The ID has been created. Next, number of columns is done. Column width is there. So here you can define the column width. So most of the cases, the column width base starts with 96 dB. So you can give like this. When you provide with 96 dB, automatically it's taking 4. So that it's going to play a crucial role. So it is by trial and error method. So you have to check with multiple, can take 136 or 144. Okay. So next, horizontal spacing, space between the rows, between the columns. So you can say like 10 dB, something like that, but you may not observe that. So that's why just to show I'm taking 100 dB. You can see here How does it looks like? The max will take is 8 dp, the real time, and vertical spacing. I'm just taking the same thing, 8 dp. So to have a look, how does it looks like? Take something like this. Just take 80. So it will give you like this. The space between the rows. Now the max it is 8 dp, and then we have a gravity where you are going to align the content center of your column or a cell, every cell. So now done. Just go to your main activity, load this using find view by id method as usual, which is a common step for every project. Insert your on create method, load it, find view by id r dot id dot grid view, and with semicolon. We know, so to set the data to an adapter, any adapter view, we will use set adapter method, where the set adapter is taking another adapter. Okay, so instead of going with the basic adapters which are available, I'm going to create my new adapter. So I'm just taking that as my image adapter. So passing context here, but there is no such image adapter. Alt enter, create a new class. You can create your inner class as well, or else I can create a separate class. I'm creating a separate class here, or else you do one thing, you can go with inner class also, it doesn't matter. Now just taking an separate class. So just going to take the context here, and the variable is going to be m context. So done. But here what it is happening, it is implementing the list adapter. So instead of implementing the list adapter, it should extend the base adapter, because as already I told you, I'm going to use base adapter, which will help us to customize. The moment when you change to extends base adapter, you can see, so common base class of common implementations of an adapter that can be used in both list views, implementing the specialized and the spinner specialized interfaces. Now just go to this red bulb, implement methods. It has 4 methods like get count, get item id, get view. Get count will help us to identify the number of data or the column elements available for that. And then get view is going to get exactly what the view you are required. Done. All the stuff has been created. So now here I need the data. So usually just get your context, create a context here, and just pass the values to that from whatever you have carried from the previous class. So I'm just taking that as a context of this class and match with this. So this dot context is equals to m context. So whatever the value you're trying to carry from the previous class or activity, so just assign it to the current activity context or current class context in this case. So create a, what you can call it as, integer array with the images. So but I have not yet taken my images. Just get your image what you want to show in the grid view. So you can take any of these particular views here, whatever you have. I'm just taking all of this, copy, paste it in your drawable folder of this project, resource directory, drawable, paste it in a plain drawable folder. Click on refactor. I got these images. Now let's create an integer array. What exactly data you are going to show. So this is also a static way. Already in our previous session, we have taken this. I'm just going to take images or v images, whatever it is equals to uh, array body, and they're all differing from the drawable difference. So I'm just going to take one by one. R dot drawable dot elephant, R dot drawable dot box, R dot drawable dot welcome, R dot drawable dot lion, R dot drawable dot profile, R dot drawable dot rhino. I'm done with my images. So this is what I'm going to show. Now the count. What is the count? Your arrays count. What is my array name? V images. So that is V images dot length is going to return the length of the array or count. Next, in this get view method, you are going to get it. What you are going to get? The image views. So now here, well, just I'm going to return a image view, which are going to be created dynamically. Means it's not dynamic way, but the image view is creating at the runtime. So now what I'm going to return? An image view. Just take an image view, semicolon. So return image view. But what is the problem? Though it has not yet initialized. So now here I'm going to check a condition in such a way view is already existing. What is my view? Convert view. The view object convert view. If this convert view is null, it's going to create a new image view. Okay, at runtime or else. So what it is going to do? Else case, simply it is going to return your image view. So what is that? Image view is equals to convert view. But the cast mismatch, just go to red bulb, cast to image view. That's all. Means this convert view is nothing but a view type. But what you are returning actually image view. So you are casting with the image view. So now if that convert view is null, you have to create your own view. So till now we know how to add an image views to the layout with XML code. Now we are going to write at the runtime with Java code. So image view is equals to new, with the new keyword I'm going to get it, new image view. So end with semicolon. This is going to take the context, that is context. Okay. Next, you're going to create an image view, image view parameters. Like in the XML code, we will add layout width and layout height, right? Now here we are going to add it at the runtime. So we are going to set that. So set layout params. So this particular layout parameters we are going to set. So in this, you are going to get your grid views layout parameters. So I'm just going to take Android grid view dot. So you must make sure no parenthesis has been opened. It's going to be grid view dot layout params. It is going to take two parameters. One is width and height. I'm just going to take the image width and height as 150. Okay, 150 dB, 150 dB. So all done. Now run your project and see what is it going to show in the output. You are creating an image view at the runtime. This is what we are writing. The Gradle build is running. So successfully launched. What is the problem? It's showing empty. I have created an image view and everything, but I did not set any data to the image view. So just set the data. Image view dot set image resource. So from where we are getting? From the versions, sorry, images array. What is that? V images of the position. At the 0th position, you set 0th position image, whatever is there inside your array. So just now rerun the project, successfully launched. I'm able to see the images. So the image size seems to be very tiny. So now where I can change this? Inside your activity. So I have just set the column width as 144, or else width and height of this grid view is wrap content only. Inside the image view only, I think I kept 150, 150. Let's make it 250 because I'm using a very high-end resolution image, sorry, virtual device here, this one. So now just run it again. These are all refinements next, in the next phase. Yeah, now it looks a little better. Let add some more because I want to see whether it is scrolling or not. This grid view is scrollable or not. So for that, I'm going to copy few more images. So just take them and paste it in your project drawable file or drawable folder. Inside your plain drawable folder, just go back to your image adapter and images array. Let's add one by one. So Rhino r dot drawable dot cupcake. So just to save my time, I'm copying this and I'll change the names instead of typing all every time. So just IC underscore donut and eclair froyo. You can take ice cream sandwich. I'm randomly taking the names now. Probable dot nougat jelly bean. So all done. Now run your project once again and see what it is going to show and whether I'm able to scroll or not. So yes, I can see something. Yeah, I can scroll. The next implementation of the click functionality in your grid view means grid item click. So we already know that how to set it, just simply using the implement keywords on your class statement. Again, this is also an item click as like in your list view. On item click listener, you are clicking on an item of a grid view. Implement the methods. There is only one method, implement it, and you have to set that particular listener to the grid view. So grid view dot set on item click listener. Here it is on item click listener, which you already implemented. Pass this. When the user click on this, it should start a new intent. I'm going to show this in a detailed page. So I'm just creating a new activity. That is like what? Detailed activity. So this parameter is going, sorry, intent is constructor is going to take two parameters. One is context, another one is the class or the target. So now I'm going to say that detailed dot detailed activity or detailed or simply details dot class, and with semicolon to start your activity by calling start activity. Click on, sorry, pass your intent object, but there is no such class called details, and I know that is a layout, not only a Java implementation. So just go to your package, right click, new activity, select empty activity, change the class name or activity name to details. The respective UI file also has been created. In this, I'm just going to simply show an image view. So to the users, nothing more than that. So now let's change that constraint layout. Change this to relative layout or linear layout. That is up to you. It doesn't matter for me. Add an image view. Width match parent. Height is also match parent. Just add an ID for this, stating that my image. So just close your image view. All done. And there should be a content description to avoid the warnings. Now, where this should be, it should load inside your details.java. Go to image view, like I can say image view. Inside your on create method, load it using find view by ID method, r.id dot, so my image, and with semicolon. This image should set some information from where you are getting whatever you have clicked from the image adapter. So, but where the click functionality is happening inside your main activity. So here you're going to pass some data to the next activity. What you are passing, the clicked position you are passing. So just simply take your clicked position from your main activity and pass. How you can do this? Intent dot put extra. You are sending an extra information. Here it's going to be a key value pairs. This key is equals to say like I'm taking that as my key, comma the value what it is. The position what you clicked is what you are going to pass to the next activity. Here it is. This position you are passing it to the next activity and with a key called my key. So this, with the same key I'm going to load it here. When you're trying to get an intent from one activity to another activity, we simply call get intent method instead of the constructor. So from here you are going to receive this particular information what you have clicked. So that is going to be there in a variable called my position. I'm storing. So from how you'll get in dot get int extra. So you're going to take your, so instead of taking get int extra, you can simply say get int also. So probably you're not getting this. If you're not getting directly, get int extra, sorry, get int, because this parameter, this method is taking two parameters, that is a default value. I do not do anything. When you're trying to get the extras, we use a method called get extras method, which will help us to get the extras. Hold on. In dot get extras dot get int type, so which is taking only key. What is that key? My key. So it is a case sensitive, you should match with it. And then finally you are going to set something to this. What you are trying to set for this image view, you have to set the data. How to set it? Image view dot set image resource, and whatever the item you have clicked on. So that is fine. I got my position, but the problem is like where this position is there inside your image adapter. The array is here. I should get the, if you want to access any class information in another class, you have to call that object here. So now here you are going to call the object image adapter. Image adapter is equals to new image adapter of the context. So that is simply this, and with semicolon. Now you got this particular class instance here. So from this class, what you are trying to access, the images array, v images, so of the position, that is my position. You got the position what you clicked, and but actually the array is inside your image adapter class. So just creating an object of that particular class and passing, I mean trying to access the array that is called v images, and the position whatever you have carried, I mean whatever you clicked has been stored in a variable, int variable called my position. I'm passing this. Now run your project, installing, launching activity. So click on this lion. It has started a new activity and it's showing in a full screen mode. Select donuts, showing in full screen mode. Ice cream sandwich, nougat it is. So this is how you can work with grid view in the Android. Thanks for watching guys. Let's catch up in the next session.